In this video, we'll cover how to set up schedule tracks in your guide. A schedule track is a filtered view or a subset of sessions from your schedule. We'll show you how to create tracks and assign sessions to those tracks. There are a few different ways to do this. So the first way is a manual entry. So I'm in a guide in the Guidebook Builder. I'm going to click on my schedule here. I've renamed it as Master Schedule just to keep it straight in my mind. And you want to add a session. I can click the Add Session button here, or I can click on the New Session button. This will take me to an editor screen where I can put in my session name. I can set the date and time for my session, and you can type with your keyboard. You can use your arrow keys to kind of manipulate the date here. It's up to you. So I'll set a time. I can set a location if I want to, and then we see there's this tracks field here. So for this first session, I'm going to create a track that's called Blue Group. A track could be for a specific audience of folks who are using your guide. It could be a topic, it could be a time frame, whatever you want. It's up to you. You can also assign a session to multiple tracks. So this could be a Blue Group session that's also for international students, or it could be a sales session that's part of the pre-conference. Let's go ahead and create new track, Blue Group, and Builder's going to ask me, hey, what color should I associate with this track? I'll click on the color picker. In this instance, I'm making a track for the Blue Group, so I'll make it blue to match. I'll click Save, I'll click Save again, and I see that we have our first session in our schedule. Let me click New Session again, create another session here, just to show what it looks like. So again, I'll set the date and time, I'll scroll down to the tracks area. If I click into the track box now, Blue Group is now an option. So if this session also belongs to the Blue Group track, I can click Blue Group, or I can start typing to add a new track. So let's add this session to the Green Group. Create new track, and again it'll ask me to choose a color here. For my Green Group folks, I can choose a suggested green. I can also slide this bar or move my mouse in the color picker to get just the shade of green that I want. And then we'll click Save, and we'll save the session again. So here we go. We see on our schedule view, one of my sessions is on the Blue Group track, one is on the Green Group track. I can always go back and change this. So let's say our first session is for Blue Group members and for Green Group members. I can click on the name of the session to edit it. I'll go into the tracks, and I'll also select Green Group. When I click Save, I'll see that this session now belongs to the Blue Group and the Green Group tracks. So that's the first way to manually create your schedule. You're manually adding individual sessions and creating the tracks as you go along. So manually adding sessions is quite time consuming, especially if you have a lot of sessions for your guide. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clear this out just to have a clean slate. I can go to the Tracks tab and also clear out the tracks that I created there. And we'll go back to the Sessions tab. The second way to create schedule tracks is to use the Schedule Template spreadsheet. I've already got one set up, so I'm going to go ahead and click Data Import. If you need to get started with a template, you can pick it up here. You can do an XLS or a CSV file, both of which can be opened by Microsoft Excel. I've got mine set up, so I'm going to import schedule. I'm going to select it from my computer. Schedule template, let's open it. We're going to confirm, yep, that's the one that we want to import. Builder's going to take just a few moments, and I'm going to refresh my page. I'll also receive an email that says, success, your sessions have been imported. If there's any issue or error, that email will tell me what I need to fix. So I've imported my template. I already set up my session information, and you'll notice that I already had tracks in that template. These tracks don't have a color assigned, however, so if you use the import template, make sure you hop over to the Tracks tab, click on a track name, and choose the color that you would like for each track. So go to the Tracks tab, click on the name, choose the color. Again, I can also move this around and pick a specific shade that I would like, and click Save. So again, this is a big time saver. You'll see that my tracks have been assigned. I only have 6 sessions in my template, but if you have 100, if you have more than that, the template is a great way to work with sessions and assign them to tracks simultaneously. Now let's clear this out. To start over with a blank slate again, I'm going to clear out the sessions and clear out my tracks just so we can start anew. So sometimes you might be working on a schedule template spreadsheet and you're not really sure what the track names need to be, or you haven't really assigned sessions to tracks yet. It's still a work in progress, but at least you have the sessions. So let's see what it looks like. Let's say we've either manually entered our sessions, or in this case, I'll pull up another schedule template for us that's already ready to go. And this template just has session data. It doesn't have tracks. Let's import this. Builder says it's ready. Let me refresh my page. And here we are. We have sessions, but they have not been assigned to tracks. So I could manually go in and modify this, go to track, create a track, but there's another way to do this. So we saw that we have a sessions tab and a tracks tab. I've added my sessions. Now I want to set up my tracks. Let's click new track. And again, I'll do kind of like a blue group. Give it a blue color here from the color picker. Let's see, I have a green group. Again, I just clicked new track to get to this screen. I'm clicking save, and let's do new track one more time just to have 3 for an example. So we have a red group, green group, and blue group. And again, I can choose this red, or I can kind of move around and pick a shade that I like. You'll notice that it generates a hex code. So if you actually have a specific hex code that you want to use for that shade, you can copy and paste that here as well. So now I have tracks. However, nothing is assigned to these tracks. It says 0 sessions. And if I hop back over to the sessions tab, none of these are assigned to a track. So again, let's say you have your sessions all loaded in, and then you decide to go back in and create your tracks. Well, now we can quickly assign sessions to this track. From the tracks tab, I'll click on the red group, the name of the track, and now I have a sessions tab here with a search bar. In this search bar, I can start typing in the name of a session. I'll check this checkbox. So now the cleanup session is now assigned to the red group. I can search for another one. So now poster setup, if I check the box, is also assigned to the red group. Let's click the X to hop back out of here and assign some sessions to the green group. So again, I click the track name, I go to the sessions tab, and then I can start searching for sessions by name. So let's say the green group needs to go to this session. You can also start just typing letters to see what comes up if you don't remember the names of your sessions, and then go through, and you can select more than one. So if the green group needs to attend these 3 sessions, I can select all of them all at once. And here we are, they're all assigned. If I hop back to the sessions tab, I can scroll through and check, did I miss assigning any of my sessions to a track? It looks like it, so everything is assigned except for this actual science fair session here in the middle. Again, I can go to tracks, click on the track name, go to sessions, and assign it from here. I'll close out of this, hop back to the sessions tab for a quick scroll through, and it looks like every single session is assigned to a track. Don't forget, let's say the award ceremony is for all 3 groups. I can click on here and add all 3 groups if I would like. You can also click the X to remove in case red is not invited. So let's hit save. If you have any questions about setting up your schedule tracks, whether you manually add sessions, whether you use a template, or you want to explore the tracks tab to edit your tracks from here, please feel free to reach out to the support team. We're available to you anytime. Send us an email at support@guidebook.com.